Hi.
Hi.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends. I'm on vibrate.
How y'all doing?
Repping Surfers for Autism today.
Repping merch. Link down below. Love
Oh.
this for us.
I need new merch.
It's our podcast.
Yeah. Yes, love this for us.
Okay, we're gonna start.
We should have one more new merch. We should have something new for like the two of us.
Leave us merch ideas down
Yeah.
below.
Hello.
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 Hello, everyone.
Welcome back
To Love This For
Us. We need a jingle. I saw somebody say we need a jingle.
Somebody sent me one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's cute.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to find it.
Yay.
My email is overran.
we have a jingle.
Leave a jingle.
Yay.
Yay. Ooh.
We have a podcast. Still can't believe that.
I know, and people listen to it, which is fun.
I know.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
The only kind of affection.
I'm about to leave it in now too, isn't that fun? So Jill, today, what do you want to talk about?
We had an interesting day yesterday.
We did, but we're not going to talk about all of that. It's part of it.
Okay.
Not,
What part of it are we going to talk about?
well, we can talk about it, but I didn't really want to go into too much detail because I'm going to share my birth control update with everybody on Monday. But we can kind of talk about it a little bit.
Well, I guess just yesterday was a day where I realized how grown up you are.
Oh,
Turning 30 in
I know.
2 weeks, two
Yeah.
and a half weeks, 3 weeks. 10 days from the 28th.
Yeah. To give you guys a little
Yeah.
synopsis of what she's talking about, I had another pregnancy scare. Are we surprised? Mom doesn't watch my monthly birth
Period
control
of-
updates.
No, for no particular reason.
Well,
just,
if it doesn't
you know.
interest you, why would you watch it?
Well, it interests me, but I figured you tell me. I figured you told me everything, so I didn't have to watch it.
Yeah, I did. I had
So I
a
mostly
pregnancy
watched.
scare.
Honestly, I mostly watched to see Ella.
Ella. Mm-hmm. That's nice.
I know.
So what are your feelings about me growing up? Because yesterday also, John and I bought a car.
I know. It was like one of those days, like, did you not need me anymore? You know.
Because Mom was you were a co-signer on our first vehicle that we bought. It was you and John.
Yeah.
The Jeep we got rid of. It was just time. We've had it for a really long time.
And this car's nice. It almost looks like Betty.
It does,
Like my
and
Betty.
it's bigger for if we wanted to grow our family. And
My hands are clean. Okay?
my nose itches too. Like, what's going on with that? But we did have a pregnancy scare. If you do watch my updates, you know that is really nothing new. It happens pretty much every month, and I'm always like,
to me.
I want
Unbeknownst to me, which was why.
because you don't
pregnancy-
watch my updates, so that's your fault. That's not my fault. If you knew, you'd kept up, you would know. But we'll talk more about it because it's very in depth, and it was a
Yeah, there's
very
a whole
weird
story
month.
to it.
It really is.
But your father knew about it.
He knows everything. He knew the moment I was pregnant with Ella. I told
know.
him first.
I know.
I didn't know how you would
I
react.
spent the day feeling left out.
Oh,
because-
Mom, don't say that. Now I feel bad.
That's how I felt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I really did. I felt like, like I don't want to be like controlling everything. I don't want to be that person. But I was like, like.
I feel bad.
And then, so I was feeling that about the pregnancy scare. And then you're like, oh, hey, we bought a car. And I'm like,
That
I
happened.
really don't matter anymore. They don't need me. All I've ever wanted to be was a good matriarch of this family.
You
And they're
are.
buying cars and trying to have babies. I don't know nothing about it.
If you kept up with my updates, you would know. Okay, so don't try to make me feel guilty about that. And
No.
I tell Pop because he's reasonable. Like, he
As he comes down the hall. I tell Pop because he's now I'm left out and unreasonable.
That's not
Do
what
you hear that, people? Tap, tap. Is this thing on?
No, that's not what it is, but
Oh, that makes me feel so much better.
it's not what I meant. What I meant was he looked
put
at it and
something
he knew
stronger in
it
this
wasn't
than I
pregnant.
see.
Like, he didn't see the line. It's a long story. But I have always gone to him first just because I didn't know how you would feel about a second baby. I really didn't. That's why I didn't want to surprise you with it if I was. Like,
I just was confused. I should probably watch those videos.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the last that we had talked, you were like, nah, I think we're gonna wait.
I think it's because I keep getting let down a little bit every month. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I try not to be sad, and I'm like, well, no more babies.
Yeah.
I should wait, you know what I mean? Because it hasn't happened yet, which doesn't mean it's not going to.
Right.
But I think that's why I keep doing that, is so I don't feel let down. And I think that's why I don't tell you, is because I don't want to get you.
Because, yeah. Because then I would be.
Because you were excited.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Well, now you're kind of letting it
Well, not really, because there's a lot
okay.
to the story, and
Yeah, I mean, you know me, if I think something may even possibly remotely kind of maybe in a
we're
million
the
years
same.
happen,
Yeah.
I'm already thinking on Amazon, what should I start getting? What do they need?
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Yeah, what do they need? You know,
Yeah.
and thinking about Ella. And actually what it made me think of is, I only have very vague memories, but when Uncle Burke was born, I was 3.5 or 4. And I went to stay at the hotel with my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I kind of remember is sitting on the front steps. If Aunt Sal watches this, she'll, and like Papa giving me like a full-size candy bar or something, you know, sometimes like, dun, dun, and them telling me that Burke was born.
Did they tell you after he was born that he was born?
Or maybe I was there. Obviously, somebody took me that. Maybe they took me that. I don't know what time of day he was born.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they took me there thinking she's gonna have the baby any minute. I don't remember. But it made me think that with Ella,
Mm-hmm.
like Ella would be here.
Yeah.
You know, so Ella would have that same experience of full-size candy bars and you know,
it's just what we
and
need.
getting ready for, you know, and then my mind went back to just that amazing time when she was born. You know, Papa and I took 2.5 weeks off. You know,
They took her every single morning.
every morning she,
because I had a C-section.
yep, and you were still living here.
Yeah.
And we've always said that was like the best 2 weeks of our life.
And I fully expect you to do it for another child. So just so you know, I would have never recovered the way I did because John was home for 5 days and went straight back to work after.
Well, would
Ella
you
was born.
like stay here?
I don't know how. We would have to figure it out.
But anyway, I went through all the emotional, she never tells me anything, to, oh, we'll get to be with Ella for a couple of days or maybe a week after the baby's born, or conversely, John will have her and we'll help you and the baby, you know, whatever. So,
Yeah.
so I was feeling all kinds of feelings, and then
I'm
like,
sorry
okay,
I hurt
I bought
your
a car.
feelings.
I'm like, oh, I bought a car, okay. Well, you know I hate to buy cars, so I wouldn't have been involved in that
That's what
at
I'm
all.
saying. I didn't.
I just felt like there was 2 big parts of your life I didn't know about.
Well, it wasn't really that. I mean, that's not what I just don't want to. I didn't want to jump the gun. I'm very famous for being like, and it's not there yet. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that.
But then I'm so proud of you guys that you're able to get a car.
Well, I was so sketchy about buying the pregnancy test when I was here. That's why Pop was in the house, and I was like, just so you know, I wasn't going to buy like crack or something. Like I went to go get a pregnancy test.
Well, I could smell a rat right away when you were like, can you watch Ella have to run to CVS? I'm thinking, what could you possibly need?
And you're like, well, what do you need? What do you need? And I'm like, Tums.
Chewable Tums.
And you're like, oh, I have some. And I'm like, of course she does. So like, I'm like, nope, I gotta go. And I just like went. That's why he was in the house. It just like happened. You know what I mean? I didn't want, it wasn't, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
No worries. I mean, we're probably codependent anyway. But
I'm an adult.
I know. And I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thanks.
You adult so well.
I know. And I feel like with the car.
But every parent, you know, still wants to be needed by their children.
Do you want me to call you every time I go and do something? Like if I were to buy a house, I would call, you would know.
That sounded snarky.
No, that's not what I meant. But like, do you like if I had another pregnancy scare, would you want to know that I was scared?
Well, now that I'm this far into it, yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Like if I was like, oh, I feel a little weird.
Yeah, now I want to know.
Okay, because that's every single month for 2
the
weeks.
cat's out of the bag.
Yeah, like that's every month.
Well, I just feel like, I don't know.
I wanted to surprise.
I've been having some feelings these days. I don't know why.
Well, tell me your feelings.
No, just in general. You know, it's probably just this whole thing. You know,
I'm sorry. It wasn't my intention to like keep big things from you. The car kind of was like really not quick because John's been looking, but like we never pull the trigger on stuff like that. But with the economy the way it is and like Memorial Day, it really just worked out perfect, and we didn't have to do anything. There was no money. It was all done from home basically, and went there and signed a paper and had a car. It still doesn't feel real.
Which I guess that's the part of it that doesn't feel real. Is we've been your parents all your life.
I've needed their help my entire life. I've always been like, Mom, can you co-sign? Mom, can you help me with rent? Mom, I need groceries. Mom, I'm like, I've always relied on you into my adulthood too. It's not just like my childhood. Like it trickled down into my young adulthood. What do you, oh, Pop's there. He's looking, who's he looking at?
Do you hear a sound of something?
Okay.
Okay.
You're distracting. But I've always like depended on you even into my really like adult years, like until recently really. So
I know.
I don't need you anymore for stuff like that, but it doesn't mean I don't need you.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was just a different day.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I feel bad.
But we had such a nice time.
We did.
We had a nice drive while we were talking about it. We took a drive to Port Orange just to get
And
Starbucks.
and I was telling you about it and stuff. It's just, you know, I feel bad. I'm sorry. I'm all grown up now.
I know. My little girl's all grown up.
I know.
Are you going to call the car Fluffy?
I don't know what we're going to...
Her very first car was called Fluffy.
She was so beautiful. You guys really spoiled me.
She was a white Toyota
Corolla Ella. It was sport.
Sport, yeah.
I had one of the coolest cars in school. I felt so cool. And then I had a bad boyfriend and we sold the car and
Fluffy went the way of...
Fluffy went bye-bye. I'd probably still have that car if it was...
Fluffy went by. Fluffy went through it too.
Yeah.
Dented
and I was such a brat
bumpers.
about that car. Like I wanted this car and it had to be like this and it was gonna be white and I wanted windows and it had to be fast. Like I was just so obnoxious about cars.
Days.
Now I'm like, is it safe? What's the warranty? Do we have gap insurance? Like, I don't know. It's just times have changed.
And you pay your own car insurance?
I pay everything.
Yeah, I know.
It's weird.
Car insurance was a killer when you were a kid.
I was a bad, terrible driver. I think I'm turning 30. A lot of people are more adult-like by 30 than I am, to be honest. Or don't maybe rely as heavily on their parents as long as I did. So maybe that's why it's a little bit more difficult when I don't like check in and be like, Mom, I'm buying a car. Like, I didn't need you to co-sign. You're actually off because she was on my Jeep. You're off the Jeep and like, I don't know. I just wanted to make you proud. I just wanted
we are proud of you.
I was going to come by and show you after and surprise you, but you kept FaceTiming me in the thing. And it's just like I had to answer and then I had to explain. So it's just like, it's kind of weird.
Well, yeah, I had the thing I had to talk to you about for work. So
yeah.
Didn't know. Didn't know.
I know, but I always feel terrible when I could tell your feelings were hurt. I'm sorry.
They were probably more hurt over the pregnancy scare. But I'm glad you have Pop to talk to.
He was just in the house. Well, I don't know. This is turning weird. Sorry, guys. I feel bad.
It's weird.
So what do you want to talk about?
But this is the beauty of it, is we can talk about our feelings.
Yeah, we've always...
so that's the whole thing, is we're talking about how we feel about it.
And now that I know how you feel about it, not that my feelings are hurt, that you don't watch my
Well, and there's a lot, and there's a lot of mixed emotions. Another baby, you know. Like, I don't have any experience with that. I had one child, you had one child. So
John's an only child.
You know, it's like, how do you love more than one? I know your heart gets bigger and all that kind of stuff, but I don't have any experience with that.
And think of how I felt. Like thinking, I have a special needs child.
Well, and that is in the back of your mind.
Oh yeah, there's lots of things.
What if? And you know.
I didn't want to put that on you if I didn't know for sure, because it's a lot. It's heavy. Like it's not bad heavy. It's just different. And
but I see the memories that pop up on Facebook, like when we knew you were pregnant and we had gone to Disney and we were buying like neutral little onesies, and you know. So we would love to do that again. I still have that box up there of some of your baby clothes. I don't know if there's any of Ella's stuff in there. But you kind of have to start all over again. I think you were like, nope, we're done. I don't think we have a crib. I don't think we have anything.
We don't have anything. It's been 8 years. I mean, and that's what I was also panicking
she's
about.
Gonna be 8?
Yeah, she would be 16 when the baby was her age, if I had a baby.
Wow.
Those are the thoughts that were keeping me up at night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like I was going through my own thing and I was panic testing, and I didn't want to get anyone's hopes up or upset or
I still
scared.
have a pregnancy test that told me I was pregnant with you.
I know. It's like weird too. I've never seen anything like it.
Because it was a blood test from the lab. I was working at the hospital part-time, so I went in and said, I think I'm pregnant. Like, oh,
how convenient. I wish I had those kind of
and it's
connections.
Like it looks like a little shot glass almost, with a paper thing in the middle of it, and there's a dot.
Yeah.
And the dot has discolored through the years, but whatever color they came back, they're like, I don't know, it's blue, you're pregnant. You know how they told me is they wrote baby Landreville on it and handed it to me, and I'm like, because I had taken a home pregnancy test with Aunt Kath, and kind of was like, well, you know, I gotta know for sure. I went to the hospital.
That's me. That in the same way. And I had already made an appointment.
And home pregnancy tests 30 years ago probably aren't what they are now either.
They're not even good now. I'm telling you, they're not good now. We'll talk about that in Monday's video because it's a thing.
You know what? Look on YouTube for Juno when she goes and gets her pregnancy test from the
That's a great movie.
That is a great movie.
It's a great movie.
That is a great movie. But it's so funny when she keeps going to get the home pregnancy test from the guy at the convenience store.
I'll try and keep you more in the loop. I just like to, I think it's because I have depended on you for so long. And Pop has always been here, obviously, and he's great. But like for so many years he traveled and stuff. I think I just want to make you proud by surprising you. Like, look what I did.
Mm-hmm. And we are so proud. We're proud of you all the time. We talk about that all the time. That's
but my intention was to like be like, I don't know, surprise you a little bit and just be, I don't know. But because we're so connected, you were like FaceTime. It's just, you know what I mean? And I got in the car and I was like, I just have to say it. So that's where we're at.
Well, that's like that's how you did the pregnancy thing too.
Yeah.
You're like, oh hey. I'm like, oh hey.
I found out really early with Ella that I was pregnant, and before like I was technically really pregnant. And
was that Annapalooza weekend?
No.
When you told me?
That's when you met John. It
Yeah.
was shortly after. It was very shortly after, but I found out really early.
And we
with
love
her.
him and are so proud of him and
Yeah.
proud of you and so proud of Ella.
Turning 30.
That was amazing. Turning 30.
And I'm gonna try really hard to keep you more in the loop with,
Turning
instead
30.
of trying to surprise you with stuff.
30.
30. I know.
You have a 30-year-old.
I know.
That's grown up.
It is.
For me, how do you think I feel about being grown up?
Well,
I hate it sometimes. Well, you know, when your parents are gone and your grandparents are gone and all the people that are the grown-ups in your life, it sucks to be
I know.
the only grown-up.
Gosh, this is the weirdest podcast. I hope you guys are enjoying all these feelings and emotions. Let us know down in the comment section below if you think I'm a terrible daughter for not keeping mom in the loop.
But defend me.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No.
I know. I felt
Couldn't
bad.
love you more.
I couldn't love you more. I just want to make you proud.
Couldn't love Ella or John more.
And I could still
And
always...
I guess I could love another baby.
You would.
I know.
And you got excited, and that made me excited. So now I'm like, all right. Like, we're going to give this woman a grandchild.
But Ella, you know.
I know. It's just...
That's how I was with my grand.
And that's how I was with mine.
Yeah.
It's just, when you're the first, you know?
Yeah, true.
Not that it's not any better for the second, but it's just...
Right. It's different.
It's different.
Yeah, it is.
I just want to make you proud.
I'm always proud.
Thanks for taking care of me for 28 years.
And I hope you never have to take care of us.
I would gladly.
I know you would, but that's like my mission in life. I don't want you to have to take care. I don't want the shoe to be on the other foot.
I don't mind it. I wish,
I know.
like, I would totally do it.
I know, but we won't ever have to worry about that.
No, we won't.
Nope.
I'll find you a nice home.
Put me in a home.
No.
Yeah, if I
No, I would never put you in a home.
I've always said if I get Alzheimer's and I get
I would
weird.
never put you in a home.
Okay.
You see all these really cute videos of these people like with their Alzheimer's and dementia parents who are like, they live with them and they like have like a little routine and it's sweet. We would just make a routine. You wouldn't have to know who I am. I could just be your fat nurse.
Don't say that. You'd ABA me is what you'd do.
I would.
I wonder if that kind of works.
I don't know. I think with Alzheimer's you go backwards, right? You like kind of like reverse a little bit in age.
Yeah, you can remember your like 50 years ago, but you can't remember where the kitchen is.
Yeah, or like your kids and stuff. Oh, this is such
Gosh,
a weird...
what the heck today?
I'm glad we're going down this really dark road with you guys.
So what's everybody doing for Memorial Day? Now that we can't go anywhere.
Yeah, I think we just have a lot of feelings. I am about to turn 30. Life is different.
It is the anniversary, second anniversary of Graham's Pat. This is a feelingsy time.
It is.
I can feel myself kind of winding up to it because we're only like, 2 weeks from that. So just a feeling.
And if you've been here for the full 2 years I've been on YouTube, right when I started YouTube is when Graham passed away, like a month later.
Really?
Yeah. So I shared that whole experience in my early days here. Ugly crying, lots of trauma with that. So I think it's just a weird time for everybody.
You throw a pandemic in on top of it and you've got the perfect mix.
You do. But we will always be cool.
Yeah.
All right. Just making sure. I felt so bad yesterday. I felt terrible. I feel bad now.
Don't.
I do. It's fine. We're fine. Everything's
I have
fine.
to go back up to Port Orange and pick up my glasses when I come. Do you feel that bad? Nope, not that bad.
Anywho, thank you guys for just listening to us talk. This is kind of what we're doing. I think we just needed a little therapy session, you and I.
I guess we usually
are pretty good about like
staying on. We have a kind of a
topic. Not
riffed a
today.
little bit today. No.
We got distracted, got dark, got weird.
Yeah.
All the perfect mix for a podcast.
Yeah, but this is who you are. You always keep it real.
Weird. a mess.
Hashtag keep it
Hashtag
messy.
keep it real. We do have a really good relationship, and I'm just glad I'm able to finally be an adult. Took me 30 years.
Me too.
All right, friends.
All right. It's been good talking to you.
It has been good talking to you.
Good talking to you.
It is. I love you.
I love you.
I'll leave that in.
Really?
She just looks so young. She doesn't look like my mom. You look like my lover.
Well, anybody that's watching this knows I'm your mother. So
Yeah, but some people might not.
that's very rare for you to kiss me.
I don't like. I'm just weird.
Then how's a baby gonna happen?
It's different with. I mean, anywho. So we'll see you
Wait.
guys next time.
Wait,
So-
wait, and awkward.
Welcome to the dumpster fire that is this podcast episode. It's so bad.
I always hated dumpster fires. They're messy, they're smelly.
Firefighter.
You get a dumpster fire, you're like, oh man, a dumpster fire. That was today.
That's today. So we'll see you on our next podcast. Fridays are podcast days, friends.
Yeah, we're gonna make that a routine.
So
Okay.
please leave us a topic so this doesn't happen again. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Or
Without
listen.
the fire.
Yep. Or listen. We
Or
love
listen.
you guys.
Peace out. Love you.
Peace out. Bye, friends.
Be kind.